Next on BGSU Brain Game, it is Lake versus Eastwood. We very well could behold a cosmic cranial competition. Only one team can leave victorious though, and who's it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game. It is Lake versus Eastwood. Let's meet our teams. Starting off with Eastwood, tell us who you are.
I'm Holden and I'm a senior. This is Grace and she's a freshman, and this is Adam and he's a freshman, and we're coached by Mrs. Smoyer.
All right, welcome to Eastwood. Lake, who are you?
I am Caleb. I am a sophomore. This is Sam. He's a senior. And this is Aiden. He is a junior.
All right, and you're
coached
by, I'm sorry?
Bizzoli. Ms.
All right.
Bizzoli.
Welcome to you all. All right, this is Brain Game, and we start things as we always do with our toss-up round. All questions in this round are worth 10 points. No deduction for an incorrect answer, so you can be a little bit looser on your buzzers. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Eastwood, Lake, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Toss-up round starts right now. Not only a politician, but also a mathematician, name this U.S. president who created his own proof of the Pythagorean theorem and was assassinated by Charles Guiteau in 1881. Lake, Sam.
McKinley.
Incorrect. Eastwood, would you like to steal?
Garfield?
Eastwood, that would be Holden.
Garfield.
Garfield is correct. What famous composer conductor wrote the music for West Side Story? That would be Eastwood. Holden.
Zimmerman.
Incorrect. Lake, would you like to steal?
Wrote Star Wars.
That would be Sam.
Ben Johnson.
Incorrect. Leonard Bernstein, though. When Truman Capote did the research for his work about the brutal murder of the Clutter family in Holcomb, this was in Kansas, in cold blood, family in Holcomb, Kansas, in cold blood, this writer helped Capote in a number of ways. Who was she? Did you get it in time? No. Harper Lee is who we needed there. Correctly spell and punctuate the possessive word in the following sentence. All 20 students' notebooks were sprayed with water when the fire sprinklers activated. Eastwood, Adam.
STUDENTS
Correct. Founder and leader of Al-Qaeda, killed on May 1st, 2012. Eastwood, Holden.
Osama bin Laden.
Correct. Created by Austrian composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, its original name was Symphony No. 41 in C major. What better-known nickname has become associated with this symphony, Mozart's last? Lake, Sam.
Mozart's Last Symphony.
Incorrect. Eastwood, would you like to steal? They're saying no. The Jupiter Symphony, in which 1911 New York City tragedy did nearly 150 people, mostly young women, lose their lives in a factory fire because the exits to the factory were locked, preventing escape. As a result, Eastwood, Adam.
Triangle Shirtwaist Factory.
Correct. As of September 6th, 2017, this Cape Verde storm that formed near Africa in the Atlantic Ocean is among the most powerful storms on record. Name this hurricane that followed on the footsteps of Harvey.
It wasn't Katrina.
That would be Eastwood. Holden.
Hurricane Irma.
Correct. The underdeveloped young of this subclass of mammals live in a pouch within their mother after Lake. Aiden.
Kangaroo.
Incorrect. After birth. Identify this group of mammals that includes the kangaroo and the wallaby. Eastwood. Holden.
Marsupial.
Marsupial is what we were looking for there. Among Shakespearean characters, this female character marries the King of France only to be hung at the end of the play. Identify this youngest daughter of King Lake Caleb.
Marie Antoinette.
Incorrect. Daughter of King Lear. Eastwood, would you like to steal? That would be Eastwood. Holden.
Anne Boleyn.
Incorrect. Cordelia is what we needed there. Following an 1871 fire that leveled many of its buildings, this Midwestern city became the unofficial architectural capital of the United States when it attracted many of the nation's top architects in its rebuilding effort. Name this city. Lake Caleb.
Chicago.
Chicago is what we're looking for there. The number of units in 1 mole of any substance is known as what? Eastwood. Holden.
Avogadro's number.
Correct. An American Tragedy and Sister Carrie are 2 of this writer's most well-known works. End of round. Theodore Dreiser is what we were looking for there. Let's take a look at our score. We have Lake with 10 points, and currently in the lead with 70 points is Eastwood. You're going to want to stick around. Why? Because our head-to-head round is coming up next. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Lake at 10 points, Eastwood at 70 points. Looks like Eastwood is staying with their lineup from the last round, but Lake has decided to shuffle the deck a little bit. Tell us who has joined your team.
This is David, he's a junior, and this is Zach, he's a freshman.
All right, welcome to you as we move to our head-to-head round. Both teams, you will receive the same 15 questions. You have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to answer them. They are worth 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, and you may confer after buzzing in, but the clock is ticking. You may also pass on a question, but be sure that you buzz in and say pass. We will not, I repeat, we will not return to that question. At the end of the round, we will send the team that is in the studio to isolation. The one that's in isolation will come on back and have a shot at those same 15 questions. All right, Eastwood, you are at 70 points. That means you are sticking around. Lake, you're at 10. Off to isolation. All right, Eastwood, are you ready for your 15 head-to-head questions?
Yes.
We start right now. What is the capital of Salvador?
Pass.
San Salvador. Who was the first woman to be named a Justice of the Supreme Court?
Ginsburg.
Incorrect. Sandra Day O'Connor. Stanley Kubrick's film 2001: A Space Odyssey was based on a book by what noted science fiction author?
Wells.
Incorrect. Arthur C. Clarke. What is the square root of 144?
12.
Correct. Who invented the revolver?
Remington.
Incorrect. Samuel Colt. Name the backyard sport in which the players hit shuttlecocks.
Badminton.
Correct. In a simple machine, what do we call the support on which the lever rests?
Axis.
Incorrect. Fulcrum. This disease comes on late in life and attacks people who have had chicken pox.
Shingles.
Correct. Who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird?
Harper Lee.
Correct. Type of matter that includes machos and wimps.
Pass.
Dark matter. Logical maxim stating that the simpler explanations of phenomenon are to be preferred.
Pass.
Occam's razor. Who was the only U.S. president to remain a bachelor?
Garfield.
Buchanan. Which state has the only flag that is not rectangular?
Ohio.
Correct. Name this unit that is the rate that information is transferred in a communication channel.
Bytes.
Incorrect. Baud. In math, what does PIMDAS stand for?
Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction.
Did he get it all? He did. He got it all. All right. Eastwood, that is all 15 questions in the head-to-head round for you. That means it is now time for you to go to isolation. All right, let's bring back in Lake. Lake, are you ready for your 15 head-to-head questions?
Yep.
This round for you starts right now. What is the capital of Salvador?
San Salvador.
Correct. Who was the first woman to be named a justice of the Supreme Court?
Pass.
Sandra Day O'Connor. Stanley Kubrick's film 2001: A Space Odyssey was based on a book by what noted science fiction writer?
Tchaikovsky.
Incorrect. Arthur C. Clarke. What is the square root of 144?
Square root 12. 12.
Correct. Who invented the revolver?
Winchester.
Incorrect. Samuel Colt. Name the backyard sport in which the players hit shuttlecocks.
Badminton.
Correct. In a simple machine, what do we call the support on which the lever rests?
Axis.
Incorrect. Fulcrum. This disease comes on late in life and attacks people who have had chicken pox.
Shingles.
Correct. Who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird?
Harper Lee. No. I should know, but I don't. I'm just going to pass. Pass.
Harper Lee. Type of matter that includes machos and wimps.
Hadrons.
Incorrect. Dark matter. Logical maxim stating that the simpler explanations of phenomena are
Occam's razor.
correct. Who was the only U.S. president to remain a bachelor?
I don't. Pass.
Buchanan. Which state has the only flag that is not rectangular?
Ohio.
Ohio, indeed. Name this unit that is the rate that information is transferred in a communication channel.
Hertz.
Incorrect. Baud. In math, what does PIMDAS stand for?
Parentheses, addition. I missed it. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction.
Incorrect. Parentheses, indices, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. That is all 15 questions for you, Lake. It is now time to clear our scores, and let's bring back in Eastwood. All right, welcome back to Eastwood. It is now time to reveal our score. I want to let you know that we did have a scoring correction. You'll see it as we reveal our scores right now. Eastwood has 130 points, and Lake currently stands at 80 points. Very, very close competition indeed. Things are going to get very, very interesting, though, as we head to our next round. Our category round is coming up next, where questions can be worth as much as 30 points. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU's Brain Game. It is Lake at 80 points and Eastwood at 130 points as we move to our category round. Both of our teams have elected to stay with the same lineup they had in the last round, so let's get right to it. This is our category round. There are 6 categories to choose from. Questions from 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points, but deductions are going to start now. It's going to cost you a little bit. So if you go for 10, you can lose 10. You go for 30, you can lose 30. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can, I repeat, you can steal a question in this round. Eastwood, Lake, are you ready?
Yeah.
Lake, since you're at 80 points, you get to make the first selection.
We get Chief Justices for 20.
Chief Justices for 20 points. I will describe a Chief Justice of the United States. You will reply with his name. He was the first Chief Justice of the United States. That would be Lake. Caleb.
John Marshall.
Incorrect. Eastwood, would you like to steal? They're saying no. John Jay is who we needed there. Lake still in control.
Who said it for 15?
Who said it for 15 points? I will read you a quotation. You will reply with the name of the fictional character who said it. Please, sir, I want some more. That would be Eastwood. Holden.
Oliver Twist.
Oliver Twist, yes. Eastwood takes control.
Robin Williams for 10.
Robin Williams for 10 points. I will describe a character played by Robin Williams. You will reply with the film title. He plays a female nanny so he can see his Eastwood. Holden.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire, yes. Eastwood in control.
Robin Williams 15.
Staying with Robin Williams now for 15 points. He plays a genie in a... That would be Eastwood. Holden.
Aladdin.
Aladdin, yes. Eastwood in control.
What are you eating 10?
What are you eating for 10 points? I will give you the name of the international food. You will reply with the English translation. An udon. Lake, Caleb.
Noodle.
Those are indeed noodles. Lake, back in control.
What are you eating? 15.
What are you eating for 15 points? Wiener Schnitzel. Eastwood, Holden.
Sausage.
Incorrect. Lake, would you like to steal?
I'm not.
That would be Zach.
Hot dog.
Incorrect. Veal cutlets is what we wanted there. All right, Lake, in control.
We get Chief Justices 15.
Chief Justices for 15 points. This man was the only Chief Justice to have been elected to the presidency. Eastwood, Holden.
Buchanan.
Incorrect. Lake, would you like to steal?
Are you sure?
Caleb.
Taft.
Taft. William Howard Taft. All right, Lake is in control.
Before the Euro 20.
Before the Euro for 20 points. I will read you the name of a country. You will reply with the name of its currency before it converted to euros. Belgium. Lake, Caleb.
Frank.
Frank, yes, Lake in control.
Before the Euro 25.
Before the Euro for 25 points. Greece. Lake, Caleb.
Lira.
Incorrect. Eastwood, would you like to steal? They're saying no. The drachma is what we needed there. Lake in control.
How about tip your hat 15?
Tip your hat for 15. Give the name of the hat I describe. Fred Astaire wore this kind of hat with a white tie and tails.
White tie and tail.
He wore a top hat. Lake in control.
Chief Justices 10.
Chief Justices for 10 points. He became Chief Justice in 2005. Eastwood, Holden.
John Roberts.
John Roberts, yes. Eastwood in control.
Robin Williams for 20.
Robin Williams now for 20 points. He played a doctor who was also a clown. That film was Patch Adams. Eastwood in control.
Robin Williams 25.
Robin Williams now for 25 points. He played an English teacher at an exclusive academy.
Dead Poets Society.
Eastwood, Holden.
Dead Poets
There
Society.
you go. All right, Eastwood in control.
Robin Williams 30.
Robin Williams for 30 points. He plays a radio broadcaster who cheers up the troops in Vietnam. That would be Good Morning Vietnam. All right, Eastwood in control.
Who said it for 10?
Who said it for 10 points? It is a far, far better thing I do than I have ever done before. That would be Sidney Carton. All right, Eastwood in control.
Who said it for 30?
Who said it for 30 points? Do I dare disturb the universe? That would be J. Alfred Prufrock. All right, Eastwood in control.
What are you eating for 30?
What are you eating for 30 points? Coq au vin. That will be Lake. David.
Rooster with wine sauce.
We cannot, oh, we will accept that, yes. Rooster or chicken in wine sauce. Okay, that means Lake is in control.
Before the Euro 30.
Before the Euro for 30 points. Germany. That'd be the Deutschmark. Okay, Lake in control.
Before the Euro 15.
Before the Euro for 15 points. Italy. That was the lira. All right, Lake in control.
What are you eating 20?
What are you eating for 20 points? Borscht. That would be Eastwood. Holden.
Soup.
More specific, please.
Beef soup.
Incorrect. Lake, would you like to steal? They're saying no. One letter off. Beet soup. Beet soup. All right, Lake in control.
Who said it 20?
Who said it for 20 points? End of round. Let's take a look at our score. We have Lake currently at 95 points, and currently in the lead with 155 points is Eastwood. It is still anybody's game, because coming up next is our Brainstorm Round, where questions are worth 20 points apiece. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Lake at 95, Eastwood at 155, still anybody's game. Eastwood is staying with their lineup from the last round. Lake, looks like you have shuffled the deck. Who has rejoined the team?
We have Sam, a senior, and we have Aiden, a junior.
All right, welcome back, gentlemen. All right, this is our Brainstorm Round. All questions in this round are worth 20 points apiece. Negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. It indeed will cost you. You may confer before buzzing in, but no stealing. I repeat, no stealing in this round. Like I said, still anybody's game. Things can happen very, very quickly in this round. Eastwood, Lake, are you ready for the brainstorm?
Yep.
3 minutes of brainstorm starts right now. Among C.S. Lewis's works, which novel takes on the form of a series of letters from a senior demon to his nephew Wormwood? Time, the screw tape letters. At the end of the novel Huckleberry Finn, Huck says he will light out for the what? Territories. Which American artist painted portraits of the first 6 presidents?
That was a question for, I should know this.
Gilbert Stuart. The final scene of Hamlet is a bloodbath. The last character to die before Hamlet is Ophelia's brother. Name him. Laertes. Which of the states lies farthest east? Lake, Caleb.
Maine.
Maine, yes. What kind of rock is granite? Lake, Caleb.
Igneous.
Incorrect. Metamorphic. In physics, what does the lowercase Greek letter rho signify? Density. Name the 2 U.S. states that share the longest border.
I guess.
That would be Texas and Oklahoma at 715 miles. Identify the preposition in the following sentence. Many homeless live under bridges and overpasses. Lake, Caleb.
Under.
Under, yes. Who was the only female prime minister of Israel to the current date? Golda Meir. What is the comparative form of the word foolish?
Comparative.
More foolish. What is the scientific term for an organism whose body temperature is not internally regulated? Lake, Caleb.
Cold-blooded.
Incorrect. Ectothermic is what we were looking for there. What happened at Sutter's Mill in California in 1849? Gold was discovered. What is the formal name given to Sherman's attack on Atlanta and his subsequent march to the sea? The Savannah Campaign. What is it called when an organ or fatty tissue? End of round. Let's take a look at our score. We have Lake at 95 and Eastwood at 155 points. They are our winner for this BGSU Brain Game. Now, in the spirit of competition, let's have you all come around, meet in the middle, shake hands, and we will see you at the next BGSU Brain Game. We had a scoring correction at the end of the Brainstorm Round. Our final score for this Brain Game is Lake, 135 points, and still our winner is Eastwood with 155 points.